Oh, this is fucking good news. About a head out of end. Just a fucking good news. That the National Court has found that the Ombudsman Commission has overstepped its boundaries.
The National Court has quashed a directive by the Ombudsman Commission to revoke Starlink's operating license in the country. The court upheld National Information and Communications Technology Authority's judicial review this afternoon in Waigane. National Court Judge Ojale Dingheke, who delivered the judgment on behalf of the presiding Judge Susan Purton Sully, said OC's directive to Nicta to revoke Starlink Internet Services PNG limited license was ultra-vires and consequently null and void. The court finds the direction an arbitrary and unconstitutional exercise of power issued without proper regard to the constitutional limits on the exercise of Section 27(4) power, rendering it in excess of jurisdiction, liable to be quashed, Judge Purton Sully ruled. The Ombudsman Commission on Feb 27, 2024, directed Nicta not to grant an operating network license to Starlink. Nicta sought judicial review, which took almost 2 years for a decision to be made. Nicta Chief Executive Officer Lume Polume outside court said, "The decision by the court appreciates the importance of connectivity. It relives the geographical constraints we face in PNG. This is an important milestone, and with that court decision, it gives Nicta the opportunity to continue to discharge our mandate," he said.
Has overstepped its legal mandate. Big news out of the National Court. So, the Starlink licensing issue has been put to rest by the National Court. These proceedings was like 2 years in the making or something like that, and then just last week, I have not had the benefit of reading the decision on you. So, the full detail of my rundown on the decision as soon as it's published, because the National Court, they published the decision, and I checked on Friday and I checked today, and that decision has not yet been published. But the written ruling or copies of the decision will be given to the parties, and I think it will be made available online on Monday and Tuesday as well. But basically, it's a judicial review matter. Judicial review is basically a special power utilized by our judiciary to review actions of the different arms of government. Like the executive, you mean executive, judicial, na legislature. So, this different arm of government, they operate on the separation of powers. But our judicial system exercises a special power called judicial review, where it does not concern itself with the decision and separate, and it concerns itself with the process and the powers. And so, by utilizing this special power, the National Court have found that the Ombudsman Commission, me not reading this decision, but I think definitely that's what's going to be, that they've acted beyond their powers. Ultra vires, that's the Latin term. Now, it represents a big win for what we've been talking about. Now, what happens next? Well, the order has been made. The stop order or stop notice by the Ombudsman Commission is gone. Of course, the Ombudsman Commission has a right to appeal that decision. And when you appeal the decision, you can get a stay on that decision. That's an option that's still open to the Ombudsman Commission. And we can see in the coming weeks or coming days what they're going to do, whether they're going to appeal it or not. Frankly, waste of fucking time. Go na may isang naguglaw nipa defense force na sila or something stuff. Go na investigate it. No I'm wasting time on this. But anyways, that's my partisan view. But for a non-partisan manner, we can talk with him. Still, the Ombudsman Commission have a right of appeal. The right of appeal is about 40 days. But if they don't appeal, now the ball is in Nicta's court now. Of course, I think, again, these are from publicly available information. Me know on the information inside or otherwise. And we can talk. Generally, the ball is now in Nicta's court to fully approve and issue the license. I'm not really sure. You guys can help in the comment section whether the license has already been issued and by virtue of the stop notice by the Ombudsman Commission, the license has to sort of been kept in a limbo, or it's not been issued yet. Board has given approval for the issuance of the license and it hasn't been issued yet. This I don't really know. Nicta can come out and clarify where in the process Starlink's licensing process is, and to inform us when can we expect that Starlink would be fully operational. So the ball now remains at Nicta's court, subject to no appeal being filed. If no appeal filed, and the ball is in Nicta's court now, and Nicta, I would encourage the Nicta should come out and just at least explain to the people that where along the process Starlink's license is. You may sabi law publicly available information is that board law Nicta approve him in his license, and whether that license has been issued or not, I may not sabi now. And Nicta now can or Ombudsman is sabi and can clarify me you may get so you may get sabi that this is where the licensing process is, and how long by from that time until eventually full Starlink license and operational can come into play. Yeah. Basically, when can we use Starlink? Naranasan din ito yung may mas highlighted mo sa may that big force istabihan mo sila. Ayun kind of something na. Some of the issues there like landing stations where some perfection inside the telecommunication industry or like mo sa some landing station basta data privacy, data centers, no sila kind of technical issues too. Frankly, I don't give a fuck about that, but some people do, and some people will. But anyways, I'm argue what the man gonna meet to me tired. Basically, thinking to me, I'm Starlink, it's very well suited for Papua New Guinea's youth. Very, very ideally suited. I don't like Elon Musk. I don't know what he's doing in the world now. He's sort of fucking crazy at this point in time too. But what Starlink offers, look at Narabla satellite company can offer him same capability and the same resources and at that particular price. Probably Narabla competitor come, maybe, I'm not really sure. But Starlink is the best out there, and unfortunately, Papua New Guinea, you may Starlink and fit in Mr. Geography, no one implant role areas, Ausik, or S3 role, airline company, role S3 filming, all depend on the role of the system of Starlink. So it makes a really, really, really huge difference. Again, Narabla point blow me too. I must say, Narabla satellite companies is that. But if they come in, they won't offer the affordability that Starlink offers. As well as that, data go bullshit. All that, but you may not say, or maybe one and you may not say. Me less or double play. Anyways, good bad news. Imiarimolo Starlink and Imiarimolo Nicta as the regulator. What's going to happen next? What are the timelines that we expect that the licensing will be fully reviewed and fully approved so that we consumers can enjoy the benefit of this long-awaited victory? Thank you.